For the longest time, traders pretty much lived in two completely separate universes. You had Wall Street and you had crypto. But that wall, it's starting to crumble. And it's all thanks to two companies that have very, very different ideas about what the future of finance should look like. So let's get into it.
It's a question every single modern trader has to ask themselves, right? Where do you put your money? Are you going to bet on the giants, the big tech titans that basically run the world, or are you going to dive headfirst into the wild, high-risk, high-reward world of crypto?
But what if I told you that whole choice is, well, it's kind of becoming a thing of the past. The lines between traditional finance, TradFi and Web3 are colliding, and the platforms we're using are changing faster than ever.
So, yeah, we are stepping into this wild new frontier where all those old lines are just blurring. And this isn't just about, adding a few new tickers to the list. This is about completely changing how traders even think about the market.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the giant in the room, Coinbase. And their game plan, it's crystal clear. They want to build a bridge, a big, sturdy bridge that lets all those traditional investors walk right into the world of digital assets, using tools they already know and trust. And here it is. This is the bridge they're building. It's called the Mag 7 Plus Crypto Equity Index Futures. And look, this is a huge deal. It is the very first product listed in the US that lets you trade a single contract and get exposure to both the Magnificent 7 tech stocks and the two biggest cryptos out there.
And you got to understand, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky idea for the future. This is happening right now. The product is set to go live on September 22nd, and they're already planning their first rebalance for later this year. Things are moving, and they are moving fast.
Okay, so how does this thing actually work? Well, it's surprisingly simple, really. The whole index is just a basket of 10 different assets, and each one gets the exact same 10% weighting. No fuss.
So let's actually break down what's inside. You've got all the big names, right? The 7 tech giants. Apple, Microsoft, all of them. Plus Coinbase's own stock, which is interesting. And then on the crypto side, you've got the big Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Everything gets an equal slice of the pie, a perfect 10%. It's their whole all-in-one philosophy, in a single product.
So, who is this actually for? It's pretty obvious they're targeting active and institutional traders. The big selling points are all about making life easier. You get simple exposure to two huge markets in one shot, you can hedge your risks across different assets way more easily, and it's just a smarter, more capital-efficient way to trade.
So if you boil it all down, Coinbase is basically trying to bring Wall Street over to crypto. They're making it feel familiar, making it feel safe, making it feel just like home for the big money players.
But at the very same time, there's another company taking the complete opposite approach. They're not building for Wall Street. They're building incredibly powerful tools for the traders who are already fluent in crypto, the on-chain natives.
So let's talk about Ave.ai. See, they're not building any bridges for Wall Street. Nope, they're forging these incredibly sharp, powerful tools for the people who already live on-chain. This is a toolkit built from the ground up for the next generation.
And the scale here? It's just mind-boggling. They're pulling in real-time data and analytics from over 130 different blockchains. This is a totally different game. It's not about blending one market. It's about giving you mastery over hundreds of them.
So, where do they get their edge? It's all in their crypto native toolkit. We're talking about AI that gives you real intelligence, tools that track what the smart money and the big whales are doing, and you can access it all on the web, through an app, or even with a trading bot. They even offer really advanced stuff like MEV protection to keep you from getting front-run on your trades.
Their whole philosophy is right there in their design. It was built from the very beginning for one thing: speed, flexibility, and total AI automation. This is not about tweaking old tools. It's about inventing brand new ones for a brand new world.
Okay, so what we've got here are two totally different paths, two completely different playbooks, but both are aimed at the exact same rapidly changing market. Let's put them side by side and really dig into what makes them tick.
When you zoom out, the difference is actually super simple. Coinbase is all about bringing two worlds together. Ave.ai, on the other hand, is about building the absolute best, most powerful tools for the people who already live in the Web3 world.
All right, let's really get into the weeds here and compare them head to head. You see it right away in who they're targeting: institutional traders versus crypto-native power users. That single choice dictates everything else. Coinbase's strategy is to simplify access with products people already get, like futures.
Ave.io strategy is to boost performance with deep on-chain data and AI. It really is a clash between being the everything exchange versus being the ultimate Web3 trading platform.
You know, what this really comes down to is a classic battle we see in tech all the time. Do you build for mass accessibility, making it easy for everyone to get in? Or do you build for advanced capability, giving the experts the most powerful tools possible?
And that brings us to the big question, right? What does all this mean for you? Because the truth is, the right path forward really depends on your own trading style, your own strategy.
Because what we're witnessing here are two very different futures taking shape at the same time. You've got the bridge, where traditional finance slowly absorbs crypto into familiar products for everyone. And then you have the native tool, where on-chain platforms get smarter, faster, and more automated for the specialists.
So you have to ask yourself, which one are you? Are you a bridge crosser, someone who wants that simple, regulated, easy on-ramp into this new asset class? Or are you a native trader, someone who wants to be on the cutting edge, using the most powerful on-chain tools to find that advantage?
And I think that's the real takeaway here. The future of finance isn't going to be a one-size-fits-all solution. It's a branching path. In the end, the winner isn't going to be Coinbase or Ave.ai. The winner is the trader who knows themselves, knows their strategy, and picks the absolute best tool for the job.